Zbrush is a powerful sculpting tool trusted by jewelry CAD designers and manufacturers worldwide. It helps you create detailed, print-ready designs with artistic freedom and precision, perfect for jewelry modeling, prototyping, and custom manufacturing. Try the full version free for 14 days and see the difference yourself. Let's begin by importing the OBJ files that we downloaded from Meshi.ai. I'll start with the Cosmic Star OBJ file. There's a notification which says, "The imported mesh contains unused vertices. Would you like to remove all unused vertices?" Always choose yes. This simply means Zbrush has found tiny leftover bits of geometry, like residue from the original model, and it's cleaning them up for you. Click OK to confirm. Now right-click and drag anywhere on the canvas to place the object. Then click Edit immediately. If you forget to click Edit, Zbrush will keep stamping duplicates each time you drag. So let's undo that. Ctrl+Z, again Ctrl+Z, and one more, Ctrl+Z. Now drag once more, and this time, click Edit right after. Now keep an eye on the on-screen keyboard. To rotate the model, hold right-click and drag. To snap the angle perfectly straight, hold Shift while rotating. If the model ever disappears, press F to frame it back to view. To move the object without changing its angle, hold Alt plus right-click and drag. Remember, Shift for straight rotations. Alt for movement. To zoom in or out, hold Ctrl plus right-click and drag up or down. These navigation controls are the foundation of ZBrush. Get used to them, and everything else becomes easy. Now, everything I'm showing applies to every model you'll work with. On the right-hand side, open Geometry. From the drop-down, go to Modify Topology and select Wheeled Points. This merges all nearby vertices and closes open edges. Important for clean printing and sculpting. Next, enable Dynamesh. Increase the resolution to slightly above 1000 and click Dynamesh again. This remeshes the object so it's easier to sculpt without stretching polygons. Now our mesh is ready for customization. Let's increase the brush size for better control. Notice how, when I sculpt on one side, the other side doesn't change. To fix that, go to Transform, activate Symmetry and turn on X and M. Now strokes mirror across the model. Perfect for balanced designs. Let's make the surface smooth. Hold Shift and gently left-click and drag across the model. This softens any rough spots or harsh brush marks. Now let's add more geometry for fine detail. Currently, the mesh has about 788,000 points. Click Divide and watch it rise to over 3.1 million points. Higher point counts give smoother, sharper sculpting results. Now, let's add texture. Open the Alpha palette. This is where you'll find texture patterns. I'll pick a pavement style for reference. Now, left-click to draw it gently across the surface. Because our model is thin, strokes on the front is affecting the back. To stop that, open Brush, go to Auto Masking, scroll down and turn on Back Face Mask. Now, sculpting on the front won't distort the rear surface. Let's try again. See now the back remains plain. For the final texture, I will go with the hammered metal look. Select the texture and draw it smoothly across the model. That looks great, but this file is heavy, and dense meshes can slow performance or cause issues when printing. So let's reduce the polygon count. Go to Z plugin and then to Decimation Master. Click Pre-Process Current. This analyzes the mesh and may take a few minutes. Once it's done, set the percentage of decimation to around 15%. Then click Decimate Current. You'll notice the polygon count drops dramatically while the visual quality stays almost identical. That's exactly what we want, a lightweight, printable model without losing detail. Now our object is fully optimized. To finish, go to Tool, then click Export, choose OBJ format, and save your file. You now have a cleaned, remeshed, symmetrical, and decimated model ready for 3D printing or further sculpting. And that's it. You've just learned the complete cleanup and optimization workflow for any ZBrush model, from importing and fixing geometry to smoothing, texturing, and exporting for print. With practice, these shortcuts and functions will feel natural, and your workflow will become much faster. Thanks for following along. I'll see you in the next session. Now let's work with the Aries RAM head. By now, you should be comfortable with the basic functions like rotate, move, and zoom in or out. As I mentioned earlier, everything I am demonstrating applies to any model you'll work with in ZBrush. We will follow the same process as before. Inside the Geometry option, open Modify Topology and click Wheeled Points. Next, open the Dynamesh drop-down. Increase the resolution slightly above 1000 and click Dynamesh. Now, adjust the brush size using your own judgment. Go to Transform and activate the Symmetry option. Then press and hold Shift to gently smooth the surface. Take your time, look closely for any rough areas, and smooth them out. That's looking good. Let's move on and add some texture. I am going to select this one. It gives a nice cosmic feel to the surface. Apply it evenly using a left-click stroke. Now, let's give our ram head a beard look. I will choose the rake brush for this from brush options. It works perfectly for sculpting hair or fur details. Adjust the brush size as needed and begin applying it to the chin area. Since this is a thick surface, you might not see any unwanted effects at the back. But if you do, remember the fix. Go to Brush, open Auto Masking, and turn on Backface Mask like we did for the Cosmic Star project. Once you are done shaping, use Shift plus left click and drag to smooth the beard and blend it naturally. And there we go. The beard looks great. Now let's reduce the file size. Go to Z plugin and inside Decimation Master, click the option Pre-Process Current. Wait a few seconds while it analyzes the mesh. Once that's complete, set the decimation percentage to around 15%, and then click Decimate Current. Finally, export your model in OBJ format, and your optimized Ares RAM head is ready to go. Now let's work with the starfish model. Start by importing the file, then open Geometry, and go to Modify Topology. Click Wheeled Points to clean up any loose vertices. Next, go to Dynamesh. Set the resolution to around 1000 or a bit higher, and then click Dynamesh to update the mesh. Adjust your brush size as needed and activate symmetry. Hold the Shift key, then gently drag across the surface to smooth it out evenly. Now, let's add some texture. I want to give this starfish a slightly rustic and organic look. So go to Brush menu, select the Noise Brush option, go to Transform and turn off the symmetry. Softly apply the texture along the edges. This will create a more natural, weathered feel. Once that's done, it's time to reduce the file size. Go to Z plugin, open Decimation Master, and click Pre-Process Current. Wait a few seconds for it to analyze the mesh. Then set the percentage to around 15% and click Decimate Current. Finally, export your finished starfish model in OBJ format, and it's ready for further process.